Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today we are going to be making some donut muffins. Been wanting some donuts lately, but our local donut shop closed years ago. So now when you want a donut, it's either Walmart or your local store. So I went to make me some fried cake donuts, which are my favorite. I'm not a fan of yeast donuts. And I don't have enough oil. So I'm going to make it muffin style. So let's go ahead and get started. Now in the bowl here I have a 1/4 cup of oil, and I have 5 tablespoons, 1/3 of a cup of some soft butter. Bring that to room temperature there, and we're just going to get these mixed up. Just kind of smash it in there a little bit. But to your oil and your butter, you're going to be adding in 1/3 of a cup, 1/3 cup of white sugar. You're going to be adding in 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And just get that mixed up until all that butter and sugar's creamed. Just gonna get this mixed up. I made these quite a while back and they came out really good. I don't know if a lot of you grew up on your mama's homemade or maybe your grandma's homemade fried spice donuts that were just so good. Well, that's what these kind of taste like, but they're in muffin form. So it's like a muffin donut. Alright, we got that mixed up. A few little pieces of butter there. It's not going to hurt anything, as long as there's no big chunks in there. But after these are done, we're going to dip them in some icing. And okay, now to that I'm going to be adding in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I did use salted butter. If you have unsalted, no biggie, but 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, and I have a teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon mixed here. That's where that spice comes in. Now I don't want you guys to start thinking, oh, these are going to taste just like donuts, baked donuts. No, it's muffin. It's like a muffin, but with the donut, that old-fashioned donut flavor somewhat. When you're craving something, I was going to say cakey, but carbs, total carbs, this is it. Now I have 2 eggs that I have brought into room temperature. I'm going to put in there. Let's crack 2 eggs. And we'll just get those mixed in there. Go figure. Shell in there. You ain't baking unless you drop a shell in there, right? Okay. Let's get these mixed up. Alright, I'm going to get 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1.5 teaspoons. Okay. Get that mixed in there. But these are really good with, got any coffee drinkers out there? With some coffee, a hot cup of coffee in the morning. And they're good with a nice cold glass of milk. Alright, got that mixed. Now, I have 2 2/3 cups of all-purpose flour that I'm going to add in here. Maybe do it, just add a little bit at a time. ending with your flour. And I'm going to pour a cup of buttermilk in here, a little at a time. Get that mixed in. And if you don't have any buttermilk, to that cup of whole milk, just add you a good sized tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice. That makes some buttermilk up. Instead of you running out just to get buttermilk just to make up donuts if you're not a buttermilk user. And you don't want to overmix this. We'll add the rest of that in. Get that mixed in. That's 1 cup of buttermilk. And like I said, do not overmix. Just until that flour disappears. And we'll add the rest of that flour in there. And we'll get some glaze going here in a bit, but we're gonna, now you can put these in a sprayed muffin pan, spray it well, or line it with some baking cups. That's what I like to do, because when they're in the baking cups, they just stay more moist that way. Okay, that's all mixed up. So we're gonna get this in our muffin. I have mine lined. Here. I don't like to chance them either sticking, so. But I'm going to start out filling these up with maybe 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup to 1/3. We'll see what it takes. Alright. I got my oven preheated at 425. And I got these ready, so I'm going to get these in. And I'm going to let them bake probably anywhere between 13 to 18 minutes. Just check them, because like I said, like I've always said in my videos, when you're baking, all ovens vary. They're all different. So check it around 13 minutes for doneness. But I did the 1/4 cups. And I still had like a 1/4 cup of mix left. Whoops, I'm over here kicking this. About a 1/4 cup left. So I just divided it. I got my tablespoon and just dolloped it all there. So, but I got 12 muffins, and it does look pretty full. But when I made them before, they mound really quick, so they don't really overflow if that's what you're worried about. But it's a standard muffin pan, so, or you can make the miniatures if you'd like and get a couple of pans out of it. So let's get these in the oven. Oven's preheated at 425, 13 to 18 minutes. Alright, I baked them exactly 20 minutes. That's why I say ovens vary. So I want to say that's the reason why I said 13 minutes earlier, because I think when I made them last time, I think I made the smaller muffins. But anyway, check them at least the 15-minute mark and see if they're done. Mine took 20 minutes, so. But in my bowl here, you want to use kind of a deep bowl for your icing. I did 2 cups of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of milk, and I did a teaspoon of vanilla and a 1/2 teaspoon of butter vanilla. Now if you don't have the butter vanilla, just use regular vanilla. Just use a teaspoon of vanilla. But you want it kind of deep because you want, I mean, you can drizzle it on the donut muffins however you want, but I like to dip them, and sometimes when there's enough, or I may make more, I'll go back and double dip it after it sets and dries a little bit. But I let these cool for about 20 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is just dip that donut muffin right in there like that. Let me bring this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And just let it drip. Bring it back around like so, and just let that drip. We'll do another one here. Now you can make more, or if there's some left here. I may go in and double dip it again. So let me finish these up. Okay, there they are. Some, I didn't double dip after all. I just about enough there to just do it once, and I think that's enough. But there they are, y'all. So you get a good look at those. Look at there, those nice. But they're little donut muffins. And if you got some kids or some grandbabies, you know, make you up some, and you could put some sprinkles on them. You can, if you don't have any powdered sugar and you want some glaze, if you got some of that canned vanilla icing, just pop it in the microwave a little bit till it's pourable, and dunk these little donut muffins into some of that icing. It sets up really well, pretty good too. But there they are, guys. Have them with breakfast, have them now, have them with your favorite beverage, eat them however, but I wanted to share that with you because I wanted a donut. So there they are, and like and subscribe as always.